What is Israeli food? Well, most Israelis embrace the well-known Mediterranean cuisine like pita, hummus, and falafel. But immigrants from all over the world have brought their touch into the term Israeli cuisine, and we now have a very diverse culinary country. On this episode, we will explore some unique French-inspired dishes, a fusion of flavors that only exist right here in Israel. Israel has become home for many French immigrants who came to start a new life in the Holy Land. And one of the more popular things they brought with them is the cuisine of the French kitchen.
Hi, Adi.
How are you?
Hi.
Come into our kitchen.
Yeah. Meet Maya and Jonathan, a couple who have an intense passion for food and sharing it with guests. They invited me to their kitchen to show me their unique take on some classic French dishes. So Jonathan, what are we making today?
We're gonna make a beef tartare and we're gonna make aioli with the Israeli twist. And red snapper, Israeli from the Mediterranean Sea, and we're gonna make with the gratin and brie cheese.
Awesome. So what do we do first?
We're gonna cut the filet. We have a Israeli filet from the Golan Heights where they grow the cows. I'm cutting the filet to stripes and then I'm gonna cut it to small cubes for the tartare.
You said that your cuisine is with an Israeli twist, right? What does that mean?
So the Israeli twist is we're gonna put some za'atar, fresh za'atar leaf from our garden outside, and sumac to make it a little bit sour in the aioli, inside the aioli.
That sounds very good. So you chopped it all up.
I'm gonna put inside some chopped capers, diced shallots, sumac, and I'm gonna go out and bring some fresh za'atar leaves.
So good.
This is the Israeli, the Arab cousin of the oregano. So I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna put the sumac also. Okay, so I separate the whites from the yolks and I put only the yolks inside. I'm gonna put some mustard, a pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of apple vinegar. Okay, so a little tip, if you're gonna make aioli or mayonnaise or anything that combines egg yolks and oil to make emulsion and you don't want it to break, you put a little bit of ice inside. It's breaking because it's getting warmer, the ice keeps it cold. We're gonna use some canola oil and some very fine Israeli olive oil. That's it. It's supposed to be firm and thick. Now when we finished with our aioli, it's time to combine all the ingredients together. So I'm taking the filet that I cut, the shallots, about a teaspoon of diced capers, and a nice spoon of our aioli, sea salt, black pepper, and a little bit of olive oil. And
So you mix it until it's all blended?
yes, until everything is
Blended,
blended.
and your arms hurt.
Yes, a little bit. Okay, and now for the assembling of the dish, we're gonna take 1 quail egg yolk. Have to be very delicate with this.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll put it here. Maya made in advance flatbread.
Okay.
We're gonna cut it very thin and sear it with some olive oil on the pan so it will be crunchy.
So give you the bread?
Yes, please. We're gonna wait a few seconds till
Here's the gorgeous bread.
yeah.
Cool.
If you don't know how good the bread is,
Yeah.
you look at the air bubbles inside,
Yeah.
it means it rised well. About half a minute each side, and then we're gonna assemble the dish. That's a nice brownish color. I'm gonna invite Maya to help us a bit.
Yay!
Hi. I'm gonna help us plate it. I'm gonna make a quenelle, which is basically an egg shape in French. You just take 2 spoons, and there, that helps you make the shape.
I'm making a small hole for the egg yolk. Okay. Black pepper. Just to enhance the flavor of the capers, this is some capers fruit. Voila.
Wow, it cannot get any prettier than this, seriously. Gorgeous. So Jonathan, after this amazing looking plate, I cannot imagine even what we're cooking next. So what are we making?
Okay, so we're gonna make a red snapper with a gratin, tarragon, olive oil, and brie.
Let's go.
So we're gonna make the sauce for the gratin. Gratin. This one is a very good French brie cheese, la rustique. I'm gonna slice a nice piece of this cheese, taking out the mold.
So why are we taking out the mold?
Because of the texture, we want to make a nice smooth sauce. What I do with the mold, I use it for if I want to enhance some juice or some stock. And now we're going to put the brie cheese in a small pot with some heavy cream, a little bit of salt, 1 garlic. We're going to bring everything to a boil, and we're going to dissolve the brie inside the cream cheese.
So now it's even heavier.
Yes.
Smells good.
I'm going to peel the potatoes. I'm going to slice them with a mandolin.
We have the mandolin right here.
Now the assembling part. Thank you, my assistant. I'm gonna take 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese and 1 cup of Gouda cheese. I mix them together and I start to assemble my dish. I put first a little bit of the sauce, just so it won't stick in the bottom, and I start to assemble it like a lasagna. Yeah. Between every layers to make it a little bit more
Cheesy.
yeah, I'm putting some of the cheese mix, a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of my brie cream. And in between also I put my tarragon, which I cut before. So that's what we're gonna do about 4 or 5 times.
So this is a typical French dish also?
Yes, the French do it a little bit sloppier. I'm flattening everything. And to make it richer, I put in the end just more cream.
So how long is it in the oven?
We're gonna put it 1 hour.
1 hour.
In about 150 Celsius degrees. Okay,
So Jonathan, what do we do now?
we're gonna pan fry the red snapper,
Okay.
and we're gonna plate it with the gratin, the same olive oil.
Same olive oil.
It's very thick. Tip: when you want to put the fish in a non-stick pan, you want to do it when you see the oil start smoking. That's the time you want to put the fish in.
So how is this dish different from how the French do it?
The French would do it with butter, but we're in Israel, so we use nice,
Olive oil.
good olive oil. See
Yeah,
the smoke?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Now I
there
see the
goes the
smoke come. And another tip, I'll always start from me outside, so if the oil comes, it doesn't come on my hand. And after I do it, I just...
So you fry it on both sides?
Yes, but I do 80% on the skin side, and then when I see when it's almost done, I flip it over on the other side. So I'm gonna put some kosher salt.
Kosher salt.
Yeah, I'm using a fine salt because I want it to spread evenly on the fish. So I'm gonna flip it over.
Okay.
And we see how crisp it is.
Wow. This looks and smells amazing. I can't wait to try this.
Let's do so.
So how do you usually do this? Show me.
Okay, so you break the yolk,
You break it.
you break it, and then you
Mash it together.
mash it together.
This is so good.
Thank you.
Okay. So good. This is like mac and cheese.
Yes.
So now for dessert, we have Maya here with us.
Hi.
What are we making?
We're making an orange tart.
Orange tart.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the orange season in Israel.
Okay. So how do we do this?
So we have oranges here in the bowl. We're gonna add eggs. I also have sugar, and I put orange zest in the sugar, which will enhance the flavor afterwards. So now we're gonna mix it all together. When it's all mixed together, we're gonna put it on a water bath. And for about 15 minutes, we're just gonna keep on mixing it until it thickens.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. If you're using a thermometer, it should be around 82, 85 degrees Celsius. And if not, just till it's thick enough.
Okay.
So now we're gonna take it off the water bath and we're gonna put the butter in. The butter should be cold. And we're gonna mix till it all melts.
It's all about mixing, huh?
Yeah. So with the strainer, I'm gonna put the cream just to make sure there's no like pieces of butter that didn't melt inside. And we put it in while it's hot. That way we get a straight tart. So that's it. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator now for about 4 hours. It needs to cool all the way. That's it.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Let's put it in.
Let's cut a slice and serve it.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna put a little bit of yogurt.
Wow. I love it. You're professional.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Fine.
Hi.
L'chaim.
So, how'd you guys get involved with cooking?
Well, when I was a little girl, my parents worked all the time. So basically I was at my grandmother's who baked and cooked amazingly. So I always loved doing it. And after the university, I wasn't sure what I want to be when I grow up. So I said, okay, I'll just go to a course. And I went to a pastry course. And the rest is history. I fell in love.
I always loved cooking, and I was a musician. And to make a living, I cook in coffee houses, in coffee shops, and then I found out I love it and I'm good at it so much. So this became my main thing.
So, how'd you guys decide to open up a restaurant in your home?
Well, the restaurant industry now in Israel is not doing so well, and you need a lot of money to open a restaurant and also to keep it up. So we figured out that we can do the same thing just in our house. The cost would be lower, and it's only the two of us.
What kind of events do you host?
Well, we have private events, so it can be birthdays, bachelorette parties. We have weddings here and there.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just like people come into our house and they sit in one table. And we also have open events, which is strangers who come together and sit in one table. And it's amazing to see how people interact together. And they discover what Israeli cuisine is, and also they meet local Israelis and us. We love doing it in Israel because, first of all, we're both Israelis. My parents are American, but I feel very Israeli. And the produce here are amazing. The vegetables are, they have taste.
Well, I can't wait to come to one of your events. You're amazing chefs, both of you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Today, I'm going to check out a French restaurant that is in the middle of Tel Aviv and is kosher. Let's go ahead and check it out. I'm here with Joe, the manager of Resto, a French restaurant. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
Hi. Other than Resto, there are not too many French restaurants, right, in Tel Aviv?
There is maybe 2 or 3, but our difference is now we want to give an Israeli touch in a French touch.
How did it start?
The owner is a French couple, living in Paris, and they wanted to have a French touch in Tel Aviv and to give a small taste of the French cuisine.
So what do Israelis think about French food? Because it's not something they see every day,
I think they say that the French cuisine is the best. What they love here is that we receive a good food, good service for a good price. And they are sick to have too many French cuisine in 200 shekel for 2 things to eat.
For like a tasting.
Yeah, tasting is 200 shekel, and thank you very much. For 100 shekel, even maybe less, you can eat a good steak with a good entree. It's a bistro type. It's mean, it's a modern, family, and good price, and good food. Our dishes is from the French kitchen, and we put a touch Israeli, or we take the Israeli kitchen and we put a French touch.
I love these restaurants. I come every day. It's Paris.
Very good, very good, very good food, very good place. True brasserie.
And the name Resto.
Resto, it's a short of restaurant. So in French, when you go, you don't say let's go to restaurant, let's get to a resto.
Usually, French kitchens are not kosher. How?
It's true. It was very difficult for us. French kitchen is seafood, and when you put the beef, you need to put butter.
Right.
It's how it works. But we worked a lot in French chiefs. They worked in very different places, not kosher places, and we changed every kind of sauce and technical to give a very French taste.
Well, I can't wait to try it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come.
So now we're going into the kitchen. Right now we are with Chef Loren. What are you gonna make us?
I'm gonna make a salad beetroot.
Let's go.
So after we made the restaurant's bestseller salad, we're going to make one of the French's very own hamburger and even their traditional dish of duck breast. For millions of people around the globe, there's simply nothing better than the French cuisine. In France, food is sacred. Before anyone gets a bite, the table is laid with care, even if it's just a simple lunch. Now the chefs are making us some traditional French dishes with their own touch to it.
So Joe, what do we have here?
So in the first entree, we have a beetroot salad cooked with vinegar. You have orange. You have also walnuts, coriander, and red onion. As the main, you received our hamburger. It's a restaurant hamburger, 250 grams of pure beef. You have caper sauce, salad, tomato. You have also onion cooked with beetroot sauce.
Wow.
And you have slices of duck smoked it. And we put on the grill, and it's kind of bacon. It's kosher bacon. And I received the duck breast. This is a typical French plate. You have the duck breast with truffle mashed potato with orange sauce.
Wow, I can't wait to try it.
We need to.
Yeah. Wow. Delicious.
In French kitchen, and we say to our customer all the time, is to eat everything together. So you
Right.
need to take the perfect forks. So you take one piece of duck, some sauce, and the mashed potato.
Look at that. Wow. The sauce adds so much to it. Delicious.
Not too strong, it's very fresh.
Very fresh. How can you say no to this, really? Well, Joe, thank you for having me. It was
a pleasure.
great having and tasting a real French restaurant here in Tel Aviv that is kosher.
Yeah,
Who would believe?
we believe.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you soon, guys.